things were.
Yep.
No matter whether you're getting dragged away to jail. I'll never forget Jim being bounced down those steps at Morganthau with his leather coat.
Yeah.
Those were big policemen, weren't they? And I ran over to Father Colin and I said, look what they're doing to Jim. And he said, it's all right, I'm a priest, I can't get involved. Well, it wasn't long before Father Ted was saying, how do you get off that gate? How do you get off that gate? And he ended up in jail with all the other jailbirds. So, anyway, a wonderful family, been a great source of grace for me and strength. And I haven't really gone very far. I proved that to Matt the other day. He said, aren't you retired? I made a correction somewhere. But I'm not very far, and you know you can always pick up the phone and call me. In fact, I still have the Campaign Life phone. I told Chantal I'd send it back.
I meant to say I'll pick it up.
Anyway, I'll be pro-life till the day I die. I remember saying at one time I want to die with my boots on. Now, only old folks like Jim and I know what that means. They cavalry died with your boots on. But somehow God's given me something else to do right now, which is a great grace and a great pleasure to look after this guy who's looked after me all my life. And he's been a great source of strength to all of our children, I know. Right, Jim? I don't know.
Yes.
He's quiet. He's the quiet one. You
Yeah.
see, I'm in the middle of the so it did work out well. But I thank you so much for coming. You have no idea how much
I
this
wouldn't
means.
dare talk.
Don't start now.
You still have all the bruises there?
All the way up the arms.
Mary Ellen, put a mask on him.
We're not doing that work. We'll stand in solidarity.
Can you tell us a little bit about the times that we used to meet in Niagara Falls?
Oh yes, until we got kicked out of there. Damn the cash and all this
I
money
remember this
floating
guy
in.
jumping into the pool. There's cash everywhere. Like hurried.
Lots
That was
fun.
kind of
I wish they'd
fascinating.
turn that water off. I'd get to sleep. I can't get to sleep. They won't turn the water off. We were right on the conduit over the phone.
That was fun.
But every strategy room, it's business and work, but still lots of fun.
And it's hijinks.
Yeah. In hiding, yeah. In the monastery, that was really
They were
good.
all
The families that were there,
Pardon?
all the families, at one point in time there must have been 100 people there with their families.
You were there before.
Yeah, we were
Just
there.
were all there. Yeah, yeah.
I remember leaving saying, I thought these were all very quiet people.
At 4 in the morning, maybe.
And married area probably too.
Jim's like, I got a story. And that's how I felt.
She always had a story. One time she came to a picket, Mary Daria, she's 95, I think now, in the nursing home, having a terrible time fighting her way through the nursing home. And anyway, we were on the picket line, it was in front of the hospital, pouring rain, and Mary pulled out a black garbage bag. And I said, oh no, Mary, you can't put that on, that's too significant. Having a garbage bag on.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, she did come, we used to go on the train to Morgan College to picket, 5 of us.
Yeah, I remember
And
that, yeah.
The conductor would say, you want to shut them down this time, girls? And we'd say, oh yeah, there was one sitting on the floor and everybody in the seat. And I told Jim the story. Mary Daria had a fuzzy orange and brown hat, one of those big winter hats. And we had to use the facilities across the road. There was a terrible greasy spoon. Anyway, we're not in the same cubicle, but I heard Mary say, oh, my hat fell in. I said, leave it there, Mary. Oh, my hat. Do not touch it.
Are you sure that wasn't the Pope? I remember.
We had one man come up with a Roman collar looking to join us and take up a little collection for himself because he was having a hard time and I knew what he was taking up the collection for. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $10 for that Roman collar. He said, what? This is my mark, you know. I was his mark, actually. No, the father knew. But he didn't sell me his collar either. He was making too much money on it. Anyway, everything was an adventure. The whole
Father's
50
checking
years
his
was an
dollar. Yeah, adventure.
It really has, and I know you, Steve,
Yeah.
and I remember going with you and Ginny.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
never seen a mountain, and we finally got out to a meeting in BC for a strategy meeting, and I said, I looked at the postcards, and there were all these beautiful mountains, and I said to the girl in the
It was
shop,
raining and foggy and
I
everything.
said, you painted this, right? And she said, no. I said, I've been here 4 days, and I haven't seen a mountain. So these wonderful ladies took me down the coast so I could get to see
Jenny
my
was the
first-
driver, and I'd been there
Driver, Jenny.
before, and we had a map, and we got up and we had a wonderful lunch.
Yeah, great.
What's a
I
map?
got to see my own map.
Yeah, Tells you how, that was probably 15 years ago, right?
Oh, longer than that.
Maybe a little more than that.
25 years ago. I've been here 16 years. That happened long before I got here.
I'd say probably 30. That was one of our last furniture.
Molly, when you were in Aspen, I wanted to show you the hat that landed in the toilet. You didn't like to waste anything, it was around.
Anyway, I will miss you all dearly. You're always in my prayers, you and your family, every single one of you, and everybody who wasn't able to make it. I know Sandra, I think of her so often, and when I'm putting that list together for my ad in the interim, and I go down all those names, and I pull the Kingston names out to put it in a full-page ad in the interim, whenever Camilla can get it made. And today I sent her another message. She's going to hate me, but that little message from Henry Hyde, I had to go digging in the back files to find it. Do you know the one I mean?
I do, but I forget.
He said, you know, like Bishop Sheen said, when you die, you'll stand alone before
Oh, yes,
the throne
yes,
of God.
yeah.
And a terror will rip your soul because there's nobody there to speak for you.
Yeah.
But he said, I don't believe, can't you wait on faith before you take out the hearing aid?
He knows. Okay, back to your serious comment.
It's ear bone. It's ear bone.
And he said, you're standing before the throne of God, and a terror will rip your soul. And he said, but I believe people in the pro-life movement won't be alone. They'll hear a chorus of voices that were never heard on earth, but were heard very loud in heaven say, save them, Lord, because they loved us. So I wanted that to be sure to put that in the ad so I wouldn't forget. And that was Henry Hyde.
Yeah, that was very,
And
very
so that was in
significant.
1980.
Yeah.
But, and I believe that's the case. I always keep saying, don't worry, the babies are saving us because this has been a wonderful journey.
Well, Mary Ellen, you've been the nicest, most smiling, cheerful, kind, ferocious ninja, pro-life ninja fighter that I've ever known.
Well, it's gas, mainly it's gas.
I used to joke at that, you know.
Somebody asked me to describe you today, they didn't know you, and I said, well, she's short and she has this sweet, smiley face, but she's a piranha.
That's a good one.
Well, I heard a different story though. I heard the story where you were some kind of a stalwart of some kind, and which probably is the reason why, with a few other people, why Canada has a non-gestational policy. The only group that has a non-gestational policy
That's right.
in the
yeah.
country, and you never budged from that. And I think that sometimes a lot of us wavered, and when we looked at you and said, well, we can't go against Mary Ellen, there was no way to...
It was like going against God.
That was the gospel of the pro-life movement, and Mary Ellen won. And really thank
Rightly
you for
so.
really thank you for that.
Yeah.
You remember it took 2 years to stop them using embryos. That was one of our winning battles, I always
Yeah.
thought, for experiments and
Yeah.
by proving to them that the adult themselves were.
Yeah.
But, then to find out what was happening on this time with the other, that it went back to Maggie's time. The vaccines, it's just
Yeah.
painful to see now.
And they're still right now, they're debating if they're going to extend the 14 days that they have. The scientists have the 14 days where they do embryos and they stop. Apparently they're supposed to stop. They want to put that longer now.
They don't care, but God is counting each one of them.
But they do recognize that there is the cerebral function begins to work after the 14 days. And they do celebrate that, but they still want to see how it all develops and all this. So universities and corporations are going to be going at it without any
Have to go back and fight some more on that.
restrictions.
Well, we can have confidence that we did what we should have done, what we're supposed to do. That's all that matters, you know. The rest is up to God, what He wants to do.
Well, it wasn't much that we ever backed down from.
You don't have to rush Father's
No.
Day.
Ever.
Yeah, you let them off.
No.
Father Louis, I always think of you going to New York, you were just Louis Giroka with Jill. Everybody that came was a treasure. Everybody came with special gifts.
Were you going to sing something?
I would, well,
No, it's on the video, please.
Oh, okay.
We don't wanna hear it loud.
Okay, okay.
you don't want to hear it live. Actually, it's a slightly different than the one that's, the video I made. I put another verse in and changed a few of the words
Well, go
to
ahead.
improve it.
Go ahead.
Well, it's up to you if you want me to sing it. You
Yeah,
want me to sing it, Mary Ellen?
Sing what?
a song.
That
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I don't know. I've read it, I don't know.
That would be good. You.
Nanny sang it, then I don't know.
You want me to sing it?
Before, Mary Ellen.
No, I can do it. You can change it. It's different than the one that I taped about a week or so ago, right?
I'm different than the 120.
Oh, well. Anyway, this goes to the tune of La Donna è mobile from the opera Rigoletto, right?
Ah, that one.
You'll yeah, that one. Oh, you recognize the tune when you hear it. So, now I wrote these lines many years ago, right? But then I revised it since then, okay? So this is the version that is for her
That
retirement,
used to be
right?
for Tammy Fisher, but you just changed it.
I gotta get the right key here, because I can't sing as high as I used to.